If you are in part or fully responsible for your organization's data center, then one of the issues you deal with on a day-to-day basis is poor VM performance, and that means you spend a fair amount of your time looking for the root cause of latency. And on Monday mornings, you probably find yourself in a meeting that we call the finger-pointing meeting, where representatives from host, network, and storage gather to assign blame for latency. Well, that's because your data is obscured in LUNs and volumes. Tintri challenges that storage quo with a system that's built around individual VMs, and that makes it remarkably easy to get to the root cause of latency. Let me show you how. Here I am on my Tintri dashboard, and I can see summary metrics for IOPS, throughput, latency, and flash hit ratio. But what we need to do is get to the bottom of latency for an individual virtual machine. So I'll select this tab and I can instantly see all of the individual VMs that are located on this Tintri VM store. We're looking for latency, so a quick sort on that column shows the culprit. This is the VM that we've had complaints about, and by scrolling over this bar graph, I can see the exact source of latency, attributable largely to the host. For more detail, I'll simply double click on it, and now I see a graph of my latency across time, minutes, hours, days, and by source, I can see across my entire infrastructure, across host and network and storage. And so now I know whether or not this is a one-off issue or a recurring problem. And I know in this case, I've got to contact my colleague responsible for host and make sure that everything is properly configured and set, and I bet you we can get to the bottom of this latency issue very, very quickly. We can also get to a solution without that finger-pointing meeting. Your Monday mornings are free now, and you can use your fingers to announce that you're number one. That's what happens when you move away from dated LUNs and volumes that obscure your data, that obscure your storage, and instead you choose Tintri. That's smart storage.